You are listening to the Winners Ways podcast with Bola Halabi, episode number 55.
Would you like to win and achieve success at what you do? Welcome to the Winners Ways podcast, where we create winners every day. And now, your host, the author of Winners Ways book and life coach, Bola Halabi.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Winners Ways podcast, where it's all about your career, your money, and the motivation to live life to the fullest. Today is episode 55 of this podcast, and on today's show, we'll be talking about ways to boost your self-confidence at work. If you are a working professional, you are going to find today's episode really beneficial, because from time to time you need to show that you are a confident person. The goal of today's episode is to help you to become the go-to guy or girl, the subject matter expert at your place of work. So let me ask you this question. Have you ever been in a situation where everyone around you, they are looking up to you to provide solution to a problem? Has that ever happened to you in the past? To me, the answer is yes. And I'm going to quickly narrate this experience that I had when I got a job to work as a field engineer. So I just got this new job, and as anticipated, I was required to perform my job. At least that's why they pay me. My company sent me to a job site. It was a chemical plant. And if you've been listening to me on this show for a while, you'll know that already that I'm an engineer. So on getting to this massive chemical plant, I became timid. I was intimidated by the size of the plant. So this thought came to me. What was I doing? How can I help this customer when I'm so unsure of myself? I was only a young graduate. How do they expect me to go out there and solve their problems? So as I was wondering, yet marching forward to the gate of the plant, I was approached by the customer representative saying, "Hey, the company guy is here. He's here to resolve all our issues." My heart skipped a beat. I dare not show anyone that I do not know what I was doing. And I know for sure that mistake on that job can cause more damage and can lead to a total plant shutdown. And I don't want that on my name. Anyway, I went through all the safety training, I watched all the necessary videos. Then the more experienced guy from the customer team walked in. We started talking, and he was able to narrate all the issues they've been encountering in that plant to me. So I was a guy that came on the site to solve all the problems. They've told me everything they've been encountering, everything they've been dealing with, and I was supposed to give them solution. Have you ever been in that situation before, where you are expected to step up and save the day, where everyone looks up to you to figure out a way to get them out of their situation? Like it or not, you will find yourself in a situation where it may seem that you are in over your head. You know you have to rise to the occasion, you have to save the day, but you need the confidence to do it. And that's why today's episode is important. This confidence building idea that I'm going to talk about today is not about fake it till you make it approach, but rather my idea is about learn it till you master it approach. People are naturally attracted to confident people. There's always this aura of calmness that confident people tend to radiate whenever they work in a team. By the way, this is good for your career if you ask me. You don't want to be the guy that always say, I don't know. A confident man does not necessarily know everything there is to know about all tasks, but he is sure in his ability to figure it out or find someone else that can help him to bring resolution to the issues. To this confident man, everything is figure out able. So back to my experience in that chemical plant. I'm so sorry to disappoint you that I did not know everything that I needed to know about their problems. But I knew I can figure it out if given the time. And I was glad they gave me the time on that day. So I settled down. I started researching. I started fixing the issues one after the other. To be successful in your career, you need to have such confidence in not only in your ability to figure out and solve problems, but you must also have the necessary competence and leadership skills to think ahead and foresee issues even before they occur. To put it simply, you need to be proactive. I have observed that in many teams, there are always confident people. Alongside, there are other people that just watch and listen to these confident ones as they take the lead, as they make decisions on project activities. The onlookers, if care is not taken, they may feel less competent and sometimes stupid because of their inability to contribute productively to the teams. And most of the time, if the confident people, if they are absent due to one reason or the other, it may seem that nothing moves forward. So it is my hope that today's episode will inspire you so that you can develop this self-confidence that will make you to become an authoritative person in your place of work. So whether you are just starting out in your career or you just join a new team, or maybe you just need to learn some new things, it is to your benefit to show confidence at work. If you are unable to show that confidence, you are going to feel incompetent because you will always find someone around you who seems to know more than you do. So there are some simple acts that you can use so that you can gain more knowledge in your field and consequently so you can boost your confidence in the workplace. And today's episode is to teach you exactly how to boost your self-confidence, because I believe that confident people are attractive and they seem to be more competent and capable than the timid ones at work. And here at Winners Ways, I want my listeners, especially the working professionals, to be confident and competent. I'm going to share 5 points that will help you to develop your self-confidence. The number 1 point is you need to be calm. For sure, the last thing that will come to anyone's mind when confronted with situations that seem to test your knowledge or your competence is to stay calm. The default mode for most people is to start panicking and feeling less capable. If you want to boost your confidence, you have to get out of that panic mode and get in control of your situation. Again, when I got to that chemical plant, I felt like going back home immediately. But that will mean that I just gave up on my career. That can also destroy my career. So I did what I'm telling you today. I calmed down. I started asking questions. I started researching. I put on my thinking cap because I have to solve their problems. That was why they paid me to go to that job site. There are multiple questions that you can use to figure out a way to resolve your issues. You should reassess the case. What is it that you are missing? What don't you currently know? What do you need to know to gain knowledge and competence in any areas at your work? If you need help, do not be afraid to reach out to people around you that can offer guidance on how to move forward. Asking for help when you are in doubt is not a sign of incompetence, but it's a show of strength that indicates you are confident enough to look for help when you get stuck. And that was exactly what I did. I did not know everything that I needed to know in order to solve that problem, but I reached out to other people and they were able to help me on that day. So calm down, ask questions, and put on your thinking cap so that you can solve the problem. That's number one. Number two, take on more challenges. Yeah, you heard me right. Take on more challenges. When I finished from that chemical plant, I called my manager immediately and I told him, hey, Mr. Manager, please get me more jobs like that. To me, I needed more exposure. I needed to speed up my learning process. I was not just going to go back home and relax. I needed to quickly learn as much as I could. You will find it beneficial too if you find yourself in a situation where you don't know everything you needed to know about your job. I have used this tip in my personal and professional life. I have used it to step into new terrains regularly. I have used it when I was dealing with uncertainties on so many occasions. I have used it when acting as a subject matter expert or a person of authority on a wide range of projects in my job. Confidence is infectious. I have informed many people that they need confidence in whatever they do so that they can project competence to the people that are around them. Whether you are confident in your natural abilities or you need people around you to validate your capability, I want you to know that with good practice, you can appear more capable and more confident to people around you. So, what do you need to do? At work, don't hold back. Ask for more challenging tasks that will stretch you beyond your comfort zone. Challenges can be tough, but they will make you learn more, they will make you get better, and they will boost your self-confidence. So that's number 2, take on more challenges. Number 3, become an expert at something. You've got some talents, my friend. If you haven't listened to episode 44 of this podcast, Finding Your Zone of Genius, go back and check it out. I spoke about ways to develop your strength in that episode. You need to be more self-aware for you to develop and unleash the talents that God has deposited in you. When you think about your workplace, you will know that there are various talents that are pulled together to make the business run. It is not possible for just one person to be an expert in all the different areas of expertise needed to make the business successful. So you need to think about all the various aspects of your job. You should find an area and focus on it such that you will be better than anyone else in your organization at that specific thing. It may involve you improving the existing process or developing a new way of doing things that will make your team more efficient. You can also find something that your team isn't great at and learn about that thing, then pass on the knowledge to other members of your team. You may also leverage your past knowledge and experience and see how you can use it in your new role. For example, if you work in an engineering organization and you know your team is struggling with certain regulatory standard, go and learn about that standard so that you will become the subject matter expert when it comes to talking about that standard. If you do that, suddenly everyone around you will look up to you as a go-to guy to provide solution when it comes to any particular topic around that subject. If you do it more often, you'll be able to broaden your scope and improve your knowledge and be more impactful in your team. And subsequently, you'll be able to boost your self-confidence. So that's number 3. You need to become an expert at something. Number 4, go above and beyond. Competence and confidence, they go hand in hand. You must be prepared to improve your competence so that your confidence can go higher. Back to my experience in the chemical plant. It was a difficult situation for me, but I stepped up. I decided to document my experience, and I created what they call a database of knowledge that I shared with my team. I did this not only because of me, but also for future engineers so that they can reference it. My manager found it useful and it became a database that all engineers used. If there is any area you are personally struggling with, never give up and tell yourself that, hey, I can't change, I can't learn this new thing. This is difficult. No, you must embrace the challenge and rise to the occasion. Talk to people with more experience, take training classes, go to the library, practice as much as you can. You should become very thirsty for knowledge, and you will be able to establish yourself as an authority in your organization. Now, initially, this may involve spending extra hours so that you can perfect your skills. Do not hesitate to do that. You must be willing to pay the price before you can earn the prize. So that's number 4. Go above and beyond. Number 5. Ask for feedback. Self-awareness is critical for a successful career life. Are you self-aware? Do you know what your colleagues think about you? Do you know what your manager thinks about you? How do they see you? Do they have confidence in you? If you are unsure about these questions, then it is essential to get feedback from your colleagues or your manager. It may be hard for you to know how you are performing sometimes, but if you want to know, and it's a good practice to know, you need to talk to the people around you. You can get a peer-to-peer review or talk to your boss to get a feel for how you are doing. You'll need to know what you are doing well and what you need to improve upon. Make sure you get specifics about your performance because that's the only way you can do better. Do not accept vague or incoherent feedback. And my friends, you must be open and strive to improve when you become aware of areas of your performance that needs improvement. And that's where I'm ending today. I've shared 5 tips for boosting your self-confidence at your place of work. You have to be calm when challenges show up. Don't panic. You have to learn to take on more challenges. This will help to broaden your knowledge. You should become an expert. Go and learn something and get better at it than anyone else. Go above and beyond. That's number 4. You should do more than the minimum. Number 5, get feedbacks. Talk to people around you. Try and get a feel for how you are doing your job. Your manager will be the best person that will give you the best feedback. I hope you found today's episode useful. Till next week again, please don't forget to rate and review this episode so that we can attract more people and create more winners. This is Bola Halabi. Keep winning, my friends. Keep winning.
This episode of Winner's Ways podcast has come to a close. We hope you enjoy and learn something from today's show. We want you to win and excel in all areas of your life, and we regularly explore and share information with our listeners to empower them to win. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more tips and strategies to help you find the success that you've always dreamt of. And don't forget to rate and review so that we can continue to bring you more podcast episodes to empower you. We will love to have you again next week. Now, keep winning.